Alright guys, I got in here today. It's Saturday. I got up a little late today, but got in here yesterday and resprayed. And just went ahead and put a whole second coat over and sanded those little wet spots, those little bubbles down. But I still got some issues. I messed up. I had to change my filter out yesterday, and they give you a new hickey here, but it instantly goes from blue to pink. This goes, so it's just like it was when I first got it. It's all, I mean, this thing was just, the filter was just dripping with water, and the inside of this casing had a bunch of water, so I cleaned everything up, put a new filter on there. I sprayed one time and it looks like it's needs changing. I know I'm getting a lot of water in this air, but not that much. I mean, I sprayed a long time with that other filter before I had any problems with moisture. But it is humid, not humid, but no, I guess you could call it damp. It looks like it's going to rain any minute now. And so I don't know how much painting I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to paint these today, because I still got some issues right here. I still see this line, which is not that big a deal because, you know, that'll be covered up with molding. But what I was starting to say, I messed up. I was going to blow dry air through this line here. So I had my blowgun when I changed the filter, and I accidentally blowed against this hood, and dust just went everywhere. So everything got dusty. You can tell. You can tell a little bit. You have to be really careful. I had tried to, you know, I was in a rush yesterday too. I'm gonna have to do some more sanding on this one. I got it too thick, a little bit of run here, got some dust in it. I did wet the floor down, and I think that, and also, I see a big dent, and this has got to be fixed. Whew. That's why I dented it trying to get that daggum windshield wiper hickey off. I remember doing that now. So that'll have to be fixed. But I ain't really worried about that. I was just gonna hit that. See, I didn't even hardly, well, this whole edge here needs to be hit again. I think today what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just take a damn hammer and tap on that. I believe I could beat a lot of that back out, and then I wouldn't have to put much body filler on it. And I think today what I'm gonna do is just hit these little pieces. Hit the glove box, the ashtray, and the back of this one that's already in pretty good shape with some blue, and come in here with a little bit of clear and go ahead and clear all three. I may go ahead and do the back of this balance panel too, also the back of this. Once I may have to do some work on that. And this I'm just going to leave because it's going to be raining the next few days. It's supposed to come in this evening, and it ain't supposed to leave out until Monday or Tuesday, I believe. Be supposed to be done raining. You see it's cloudy. Not the best conditions. It's about 60 degrees. It's not the best conditions to paint in, especially if you don't have a nice paint booth. And my paint booth is getting to be a little bit ragged just around the edges there. It's getting a lot more air sucking around it. The bottoms, especially in the back, that whole plastic piece there has come loose, and now a lot of air sucking around the door. So I need to fix that. I need to put a piece on the other side that will kind of get up against that wall. So I'm going to do that today. I'm not going to paint the fenders. I'm not really, I don't really want to get the fenders put on until I get the windshield installed anyway, and get everything everything on the engine ready to go. And I don't know when I'm gonna get that windshield installed. And I still got to work on these doors, get them adjusted properly in the window and this door. So anyway, that's the way it is. I have decided that there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish this project by the second week of the, I think it's December the 12th when he's graduating. And I don't think I know he ain't gonna be mad if it's not done by then. That was just a timeline for me, but it's gonna probably take at least a month to do the body work on that bed down there. The floor is terrible shape, so I'm gonna have to replace some floor panels. The rack back behind this tire here has got to be replaced. So I don't really want to be out here trying to paint in freezing temperatures. I've got a little heater. I can heat this inside up. That ain't no problem. I just can't do it between coats because I don't want to blow the place up. So just wished I had gotten started on it about 6 months before I did, then I wouldn't have had this issue. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So anyway, guys, that's the plan for today, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get done painting the blue and the clear. Alright guys, just got done cleaning my gun after clear coating. So I think it turned out pretty well, hopefully. I just did these pieces here. I didn't do anything else. So the main thing, these is the bottoms. Bottom of that never show. Just need to get some protection on there. So the main thing was the glove box and the ashtray. And I think it turned out pretty well. I see a little bit of dust in this glove box. Let's see if I can get the light to see the little bit of dust right there. But not too bad. It's a good wet finish on there. Hopefully it won't be a whole lot of orange peels. It is extremely difficult to get the dust out of this paint booth now that I have sanded. I sanded some stuff in there. That was probably the worst thing I ever did, was sand pieces in there. So, that's my fault. But overall, what I could do would be to take a water hose and just wash everything down in there real good. Get the floor clean, because this floor is just filthy. Filthy. I didn't wet the floor down this time. Probably should have, but for that little bit, I wasn't too worried about it. But normally I do wet the floor down just to keep the dust down. I also got my battery tray painted the other day. I painted it with this Rust-Oleum Professional right here, the high performance enamel. Just the gloss black. When I painted it, it was kind of cold outside, so I did have a few runs here and there, but nothing major. It ain't gonna affect the performance. Just needed to get the some paint on this thing where it wouldn't rust. And the main thing is up here. I did sand this. It had the black primer already on it, and I sanded it smooth, and I touched up where I put some etching primer where I cut through to the bare metal. And then I just shot it with that black rattle can. And anyway, guys, I guess next time we will be working on getting the front of the cowl panel and the front of the valance painted and the fenders painted. I got the I got the body filler on the cowl panel right here. I'm just letting it dry. I'll go back and sand it down. It's starting to harden up pretty good, but I'll probably let it sit overnight. I don't try to rush and sand body filler. You know, I took my hammer and beat the dents pretty much out of it. It wasn't real bad. So still got to paint the back side, and then I got to paint the front side. This one will be all blue. The valance panel, the front of it will be gray. I won't have to paint it blue. And so I'll wait to paint it when I paint the gray on the fenders. So until then, guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you can.